Oh my god, I went full screen. Sorry. I'm on. What a great way to start. Welcome everybody. We are the Corptocracy. Welcome to another exciting episode of Corporate Crash Course. My name is Cody. Tonight we are playing Chariot of the Gods for the Alien RPG. I will be what is known as the Game Mother tonight, because of course it works that way for Alien. Before I get everybody to kind of go around and introduce the characters, because that's really how this scenario is going to start. I guess we'll let the crew introduce themselves as their actual people, not as their characters yet. So I'm not the only one talking for what feels like forever. So Mike, go next.
I'm Mike, just like the title says. So are we not introducing our characters then? I should just...
Well, okay, quickly, but you'll actually you'll get an opportunity to do more detail in a minute.
All right, tonight I am playing Rye, who is the technician on the USCSS Montero.
Okay, Chris, go next.
Oh, I think you muted, Chris.
Uh-oh. We cannot hear you.
Oop, sorry.
Oh, there he is.
Nobody
Okay.
listens to the captain anyway.
Well, I'm getting that quickly fixed. It's mutiny, isn't it? Okay, I should fix it. Right, so I'm Chris. I'm playing Captain Vanessa Miller. And I would say game over, man, but we haven't even started the game yet, so...
Okay, Zoe, you're up.
I'm Zoe, and I'll be playing John J. Wilson today. I'm from corporate.
Not
I'm
the
Nick.
fun type of corporate.
I'm Nick, and I'm going to be playing Leah Davis, the pilot of this ship.
So, as I mentioned, we're playing the Alien RPG. I was telling the crew a little bit beforehand, but just so everybody kind of understands, the Alien RPG has been designed with two different kind of gameplay modes. There's the cinematic experience, and there is the campaign experience. The cinematic experience is meant to be like a self-contained one-shot. Typically works over a couple of hours. It has a typical 3-act structure. And it typically comes with pre-generated characters because it's meant to kind of increase the tension and kind of holistic nature of the story. Campaign play is what you usually would expect, in that you could be a team and everybody gets to create their own character and goes on adventures in whatever way they want. But we're here for Alien, we're here for horror, we're here for tension, and the easiest way to really do that is with a pre-constructed setup. So, as I mentioned, we're playing Chariot of the Gods. Everybody has picked their characters already, which is nice. Some other things to note. So I mentioned it's a 3-act structure. You all get agendas for each of your characters over the 3 acts. I will hand them out over the 3 acts. Don't tell anybody else what they are. At the end of each act, I will collect them back. Well, technically no, because I already have them. But I'll evaluate you each on how you've lived up to your character. You could end up getting what are known as story points if I think you've done a good job. And those are used to help deal with certain situations throughout the game, like panic or other such wonderful things. Before I get into the background of the game, just briefly wanted to let all of you know that the way that the Alien RPG runs, you need all of your D6s. When you are set to make a skill check, which is meant to be very tense, so it's used very sparingly, you pick a skill, or I pick a skill for you, and you roll a dice pool based on the number of dice in that skill, the number in that skill, the number in that corresponding attribute, and whatever your stress level is. Please make sure you use different dice for your stress dice, just because if you roll 1s on your stress dice, you potentially panic, which will be fun. Otherwise, when you roll all of your dice, if you roll a single 6 for whatever it is, you pass. The more sixes you roll, the more stuff you potentially get to do with what are known as stunts. We'll deal with that as we go. But again, if you roll a 1 on any of your stress dice, you potentially, well, you have to make a panic roll right away. And if you panic, I think great things happen. You won't. I think that hits pretty much it. This is just meant to be very cinematic. So yeah. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody in chat have any questions? Nobody's watching us. I think it's just Sam. So I'm assuming he's yelling.
Sam's not here yet.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we already lost an audience member.
Great.
He's gonna come in halfway and harass us about the rules, even though he didn't show up for the rules.
Right?
Of course. All right. So here's the background. You are space truckers on the star freighter USCSS Montero, running the Gauntlet, the trade route between Anchor Point Station and the frontier. Your ship's cargo hold is packed with dozens of tanks of dangerous tritium gas that is in the process of decaying into extremely profitable helium-3. Usually, cargoes such as these are towed in massive tanker modules, massive tanker modules that transport much higher concentrations of the gas a safe distance from a freight hauler. The Montero isn't rated as a commercial towing vehicle, however, and the small run is a special order for the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, the Weyland-Yutani corporate account on Sutter's World, a newly established frontier colony. While the trip so far has been fairly routine, the Montero's sensors developed a glitch before you left Anchor Point and sporadically pinged contact with a sensor reflection before you activated the displacement drive and went FTL. Your cargo run so far has been without incident. Now, you are just awakening from hypersleep, ready to deliver your goods to the colony of Sutter's World. So, that's how we start. The module is kind of meant to be set up so that each of you is, awakening from hypersleep. Things are kind of starting up slowly. Kind of imagine that you guys all kind of start off in probably the galley as you kind of come out of hypersleep and are starting to get used to being awake again. So I don't know how we want this to go or how we start it, but I'm just going to basically say you guys kind of each end up in the galley. How do you want this to start?
Well, I guess being the captain of this crew here, I'm going to address everyone. So I'll just everyone's grouped up. I'm like, well, I hope everyone's well rested. Now we have a mission, we have a job we need to take care of. Everyone knows their task. The sooner we could get this done, the sooner we could get paid. So, unless anyone has any questions, I say we continue on with our work and get this payload taken care of.
Leah slams back a coffee, puts it down on the table, hops up and says, "Aye, Captain," and marches off to the helm.
Again, this one knows what I'm talking about.
I will also note there's a fifth with you because there are 5 PCs that were available. You do have Lyran Cham with you guys as well, hanging out.
Good old Lyran.
So what's the route like from here now that we're out of our sleep?
Okay. I didn't pull this thing up. I need like 4 different pages I need to flip between, so just give me 1 second. Of course.
Do you need more monitors?
Yeah, you're gonna be like,
no, it's not that I need more monitors. It's I need to remember to keep 4 tabs of it open at any time on each of my devices in different places.
Well, I mean, we did get out of hypersleep, so we probably still need a minute to like adjust. So
Yeah.
Pilots
for
is
yourself.
the pilot's asleep.
Okay. So you guys
He's on
essentially,
autopilot.
basically, the route that you're kind of been dealing with. So you wake up at a cryo. Here, actually, I can send this picture to you guys, so it's a little bit easier to understand.
Just for us,
Yeah, no, the chat doesn't get to see it.
Secrets from the chat.
So you woke in cryo, and you walked around up into the galley. That's where I mentioned you. You guys were kind of having this impromptu meeting. If I'm gonna forget names all over the place. If Davis heads off to check on things, then she heads for the bridge. Does that make sense, Nick, or did you want to go somewhere else?
That's where I'm going. Yeah, I'm curious. The space route. Basically, I'd like to decide whether I can make things interesting if I take it off auto. I want to have some
So-
fun. I just woke up.
So first off, I do want to mention to you guys that because you just woke up, you will be counted as dehydrated for your first shift because
Need
you're
a
waking up.
beverage.
You gotta, you gotta get the fluids back into you when you're in cryo. All of that water kind of goes out. You
Stretches.
go in empty. You can't have a full bladder when you go into cryo sleep. It's just not
Hmm.
it's not possible. And I'm using that to stall while I get to the page where I can explain how that works, because I'm again unprepared.
that's fair. I'm gonna take in my liquids after a long cryo sleep there.
Yep.
I'm sure the coffee helped rehydrate for like
Oh,
10
yes,
seconds
just-
at least.
Oh,
Caffeine
Coffee
is still
does.
hydrating.
I want
I
to
get
not
the
like
feeling
they-
our pilot is used to being dehydrated.
There we go.
It's not like they tell you to avoid caffeinated beverages before getting blood drawn or anything because it dehydrates you.
So basically, what happens is that every shift, you suffer 1 point of damage, and your stress level increases by 1 step. That's what dehydrated means.
Okay, I'm gonna say that Leah does
But
not.
you need to get a drink. So I said, like, if everybody kind of is aware of that, and you just mention that you're getting some water, then it'll go away after the first shift.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that Leah just doesn't drink water. So if she thinks she's dehydrated, it's gonna be like Gatorade or something.
Yeah. Do they have energy drinks on this ship?
Of course,
For Leah?
of course they do.
You gotta get those
Okay.
electrolytes.
Just drinking Mountain Dews. That's it.
So Davis has gone to the front of the ship. Miller, suddenly you hear a ping, and Mother comes online and goes, "Captain."
Oh, yes, Mother. What's up?
Sensors indicate that there is a ship approaching us.
Ship. Is there any identification to this ship, or
The ship has identified itself as a cargo inspector.
cargo inspector? Okay. Well, I guess they're probably checking in to see how we're doing on our work. Is there any further information you could pull from that ship?
Nope. Nick, as Davis gets to the console and the bridge, you see the ping. It's coming up on the right side of the ship. But when you look on radar, all of your other, like, I don't know, you got fucking cameras on the side of the ship? Probably. You don't see anything.
Weird.
There was a glitch on the sensors before, right?
Correct.
Then I ignore it. Maybe tap the screen of. Actually, you know what? Mike, you're playing Kayla Rye. She's the tech, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Mike, are we on a first name basis?
Absolutely not.
I hit the comms button and I say, come in, Technician Rye.
Yeah, what do you want?
That sensor's acting up again. I'm getting something pinging off the right of the ship. I'm gonna take it off auto, just to get warmed up again, but also to keep away from that. But when you have a chance, just swing by here and maybe you can silence that for me. It's really shrill.
Of course, it's always my job to fix all the problems in it. I'll get right on it.
Thanks, love you.
Is anybody gonna do anything about that, or are we just moving on?
I'm gonna
Well,
check
I mean-
the cargo bay and make sure everything's where it should be, and not do what Leah just asked me to do.
Yeah, fair enough. You go down to the cargo bay. Everything is still, where it needs to be. All of the glorious tritium gas is still there. Containers are still full. Okay. Now remember, you guys were expected to be arriving at Sutter's World by the time you woke up.
Okay.
Oh, so we're late?
Well, no, but like the way that like hypersleep works and everything like that, right? Is when you put the ship into autopilot, and you put yourselves into cryosleep, you set it such that it wakes you up kind of when you're at your destination, right? Or near your destination. That's the expectation of it.
I was hoping you'd say yes so I could punch it, but
no.
so we're hours, minutes, days away from our destination.
You have to figure that out.
Okay, how far
We'll
am I?
look it up on like Google Maps or something.
So it depends, right? Like when you come out of cryo, I would say you kind of expect that you're probably a couple of hours out of your destination, and usually that's close enough to probably begin like radio contact.
Okay.
Or like visually see it or anything else like that.
And is that happening for me?
No.
Okay. I would like to check my charts, see where I'm at.
Okay. Roll contact for me.
Okay. And sorry, the stress die. Remind me the deal with that. Is that a free die I get? Or is that only when I'm stressed?
What's your current stress level?
I think 0.
Then you don't get a stress die.
Okay. Okay, and I don't have points in Comtech, so am I just rolling my wits, I guess? Is that right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Is wits what it's attached to?
I'm going to double check that.
have the rule book
Comtech
up
is
as well.
wits, yes. Yeah.
Cool.
So I've got 1-6.
1-6? Okay. Yeah, so you pull up your charts and you're looking around. You recognize the pattern of stars around where Sutter's World is supposed to be because you programmed the autopilot before everybody went to sleep. And you realize that you're nowhere near that. You're way off on kind of the other side. Somewhere in deep space.
Okay. So like, there's nothing. There's no like charted planets or anything. Like, there's no landmarks. If I wanted, when I
No.
phone this into the captain, okay.
You're in between, like you're in between stars, so there's not even like a close planet nearby.
Captain, come in.
Yes. What is it?
Captain, either that sensor glitch also impacted the autopilot, or something's screwy with the charts because we're not there. We're nowhere.
That's weird.
Maybe,
well-
Captain, you better come up to the bridge and maybe bring Technician Rye if she's around.
Mother immediately pops up and goes, Captain Miller,
Yes.
I have something I need to inform you of, without the ears of the entire crew.
Understood. I'm gonna tell. I'll respond back to Davis. Just give me one moment. I'll be with you in a second.
Okay, everybody else take your headphones off.
Oh.
Okay. Captain, the priority has changed. The ship has picked up a distress call from an unknown ship, and the requirement is that you investigate it. You need to stop all other preparations that the crew had from before, and instead focus solely on this new mission. You have to tell them what is going on, and this is not a negotiable option. If you do not do
so
this,
much for
then-
pay.
yeah, if you do not do this, you will not get paid for the original mission.
All right. Well, I guess
Come
we
back.
might as well go check it out then.
Everybody can come back.
Was that the signal to come back?
Yeah,
Uh,
sorry. Where's Nick?
We need
Nick's
like
not
one of
paying attention. Nick.
these or something.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, I should have had a
Uh,
signal.
Yeah.
I was
All
reading
right,
my
all right.
skills.
And okay, and I guess just make sure before I say anything. I guess I'll give new command then. In this case, I'm good to say, or
Yeah. No, you're allowed to tell
Sure.
them. I just
Okay.
it has to come through you. It
Got it.
can't come through
Got it.
Mother.
Got it. Okay, just making sure. All right. Okay, so there's a change of plans. We need to check out a distress signal coming from a ship nearby, or at least nearby from where we are. We'll still, we'll still get our pay, but we need to take care of this first. It's of high priority, non-negotiable.
Are we picking up the distress signal?
We are, yes.
Patch it through, Captain. I'll have us there in a minute.
Okay.
And at that moment, the klaxons start going off all over the bridge, flashing red warning lights. Mother comes on and is basically saying, like, warning, immediate impact, brace for collision.
Immediate impact.
I braced.
Yeah. Nick, you need to make a piloting check at -2.
Okay, much
Oh.
less two less dice. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. You all just hear Davis cackling over the comms.
As the klaxons go off in the background.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, what do I got? Agility and okay, so 8.
Excellent.
No 6s on 6 dice. No 6s.
Great.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You hear the hull of your ship scrape against a ship, which you didn't see initially because, for whatever reason, this bastard of a ship has none of its running lights or beacons on. So, in deep space, the thing is pretty much invisible. But yes, you scrape against it and you feel the ship just kind of like judder slowly.
Gosh.
And you realize that you've lost power to your FTL drive, and sections of the ship have just experienced explosive decompression as they have been like torn open from the impact.
Oh my god.
Am I still alone on the bridge?
I don't know. Is anybody else with you?
I think I was originally going to come up to help until I got the call from Mother about that. But
Okay, I'm gonna I don't know, seal off the ruptured portions of the ship, and swear into the whatever general comms. I think I found our ship,
I,
and I'm gonna
You-
like pull back so that we can get it up on screen, get away from any potential impact again, and assess damage.
Yes.
I'm gonna respond
You-
back. Respond back to Davis. It's like you could have found it more gently.
No. If they weren't in real distress before, they are now.
So you come about face on the ship and you put up a bunch of running lights out to see it, and you do see the big ship. It is a massive freaking ship. Mother comes on quietly and says that the ship was actually the source of the distress call. She's currently traveling, and Nick, Davis would have figured this out as you were going. She's been traveling based on inertia at an achieved speed of 0.04 light speed. But again, she's got no lights on. And as you kind of come by her, you see the lights go over a name on it that says USCSS Cronus. Now, as a pilot too, Nick, I would think you'd probably recognize the type of ship.
Okay.
So what it is it's a Weyland SEV M3 Heliads class spacecraft. This one in particular that was interesting because it launched in 2110 and it's been missing for the last 3/4 of a century.
It's a ghost ship.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know, I'll go on the general. We are a crew of 5, right? Those are the 4 of us and 1 other person.
Yes.
Okay, so there's no real, I mean, there's a hierarchy, but I don't need to be like phoning things into the officers or something like that. I'll go on
Who
the
needs
general
to
comms.
run
and
anything
say-
by the captain?
Sound like they're important.
Holy crap, we found a relic. Captain, is this our objective? And I'm gonna like, I don't know, scan the daylights out of this thing. Like I want to know.
Mother pipes up and is just kind of like, there's no need to scan it. The USCSS Cronus is already, we already have all of the information in our database. Mother is going to upload or give you the floor plans for the entire ship. And she's also going to say, the new priority for the mission is to recover the scientific data and samples from the USCSS Cronus. You're to escort the salvaged Cronus to Anchorhead or to another Weyland-Yutani facility and save any potential crew members that are on board the Cronus.
Well, we got our orders.
While you guys decide what to do, I will take some pictures of the ship and send them to you. Hooray!
Cool.
Or
Oh, fuck me. We're supposed to be at, what was it? Stetler?
Sutter's World.
Setter's World already. And now we're taking more time to tow abandoned wrecks.
Calm
Does
down,
seem
Rye.
like
We're
quite
still
off
getting paid.
schedule.
You better be
Job-
getting paid.
job's a
extra.
job. We're still gonna get paid regardless, so we might as well take care of it now. Let's try our best to salvage this thing as much as possible, and then we'll see if there's anyone on board.
Do we have a track, Cody? I know you're focused on something else. Do we have a tractor beam?
No. Salvage me, mommy. Sam, get out of here.
Okay. Well, I'll wait till you send me the pictures, and then I'll tell you what I want to do. Because I'm in the driver's seat.
All right. Well, again, we might as well go and see if we can get into the ship and see what we can find in there. So, I'm assuming we got spacesuits to throw on and kind of hop over from one ship to the next.
Oh, Captain, I can dock to this thing.
Can you?
Yeah. She did such a good job of avoiding it the first time.
Well,
Turns out she smashed up the parts she needs to dock.
oh, that'd be like just the worst of luck.
Oh, this thing is a monster.
It is. It's a huge ship.
Wow.
There's one more level.
Another level.
Yep.
All right, so we got quite a few areas to explore here.
Well, Captain, I'd be happy to volunteer to stick around here and keep an eye on our cargo.
Oh, they have a we can dock in there. They have a vehicle bay.
Also,
Oh.
I mean, I don't know if part of the priority should be to, fix the fucking ship, but that's up to you guys.
I
Like,
mean,
drone
we
ship,
should.
Can't
I
go
mean, we do
FTL
need to
anymore.
at least. Yeah, I mean, I think we should at least have a working ship. So somebody's got to stay behind to make sure this thing's up and running. Yeah. So, I think you all know which one of you is capable of at least trying to work and getting the ship up and running by the time we get everything off the Cronus there.
It's always Rye's job. She can fix it.
I was half expecting it to be what is it? Lyron? They're gonna try to fix it.
So, well, yes,
know.
it is your job, and you might as well get working on it.
Boy,
Okay.
I would love to get to sit around on my ass and order other people to go and risk their lives.
I'm
All right,
sensing a bit of
nobody
tension
need-
Go
here.
and get suited up.
Well, you take your smart mouth and get going. Meanwhile, the rest of us will head on over to the Cronus there.
Okay. I believe, though, Nick said that Davis is going to attempt to pilot over to basically dock the thing, right?
So there's a bay in the bigger ship. Since I recognize the ship, I would know this. I'm gonna try and fit it right in there.
There's a number of ways that you could attempt to dock to the Cronus. Knowing the ship the way that you do, as based on your experience and everything, there's a junction up top which you could use, which would get you closer to kind of similarly to the one that to the ship that you guys are on. That's where kind of the bridge usually sits, quarters and whatnot. As you go down, the other place to really try and dock into the ship would be from the bottom, as there are a number of airlocks along the bottom as well. You can't really dock into the vehicle bay because obviously the vehicle bay is like a lowering situation for things to come out of it. Doesn't really dock onto it well. So those are your options. Tell me what you want to do.
Which one's tougher?
They're both pretty tough. I will say the riskier one is to try and dock onto the top because
Okay.
if you break it, you risk more death potentially.
Just,
What we're
I'm
doing.
just like
Buckle
just
up,
gonna tell
folks.
Davis. Again, just gentle.
It's gonna be like
Cap-
that. It's gonna be like that scene in Galaxy Quest, and he's gonna like just scrape all the way across the top of the ship.
As he's scraping, like, "You're
Captain, there's only
good,
one
you're
docking point on
good."
this old Heliod's class, so we gotta give it a try.
Okay, I'll trust you. It's-
All right, make a pilot roll.
Okay. So this time I get my full
Yep.
count on it. Okay. Holy smokes! Well, I got 1 6 at least on 8
Sweet.
dice.
Well, I mean that
Wow.
means you dock. You did okay. You matched speed. You were able to gently. Well, no. Tell me how you want. Do you want to go like top to top, or are you going like bottom to top, or
Ooh,
like
I feel
side
like
to top?
I feel like top to top is really cool. Like, you know, like watching over.
Yeah,
and-
she comes over top and just.
Oh yeah, Davis gets in close and then cuts the feed and goes right to like whatever Windows. Does it live.
Of course you do. And sorry, Zoe. I only realized I just sent you the agenda for Act 1. I apologize.
Wow.
I had it in the friggin' message and I just didn't send it.
This
Hey, you're
guy
the
just doesn't
corporate
want
one,
me to
right?
know. Yep.
It had to go through approval process. And,
Yes, of course. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
I'll be taking this down in my notes.
We'll circle back on that one.
Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that basically the hatch. When you look at the Montero, towards the back. So when you come out of cryo and there's a T junction that leads up to the galley or over to the med lab, that stairway, we'll say just for the sake of it, goes up to a bay where the latch or the hatch is, which you've currently docked against the Cronus's A1 junction.
Okay.
Do we have artificial gravity on this thing?
Yep.
All right.
Do they have artificial gravity on that thing?
Yeah.
Do we?
Lights are out, Rye.
Actually, should make sure if there's air on that
lights
thing
are out?
too.
I'm dealing with our. What am I dealing with, Captain? I'm dealing with our FTP engine, right? FL,
Yes.
FTL engine.
Somebody's been working. for
Whatever
that.
kind of engine.
Yes, Mike. It's a file transfer protocol engine.
Is that what FTP stands for?
Yes, it is.
The more you know.
I'm trying to think of what starts with P that we could be faster than. Like, I don't know.
He
Faster than photons. Means the same thing.
Oh, there you go. You're just more technical than us.
Yeah.
I am the technician.
All right. Right. What was I saying before? Right. I was gonna say we should check to see if that thing has air or not. If we need to go in our space suits, if anything.
Why
Let me just purge the airlock and we'll see what happens.
Thought you were talking about
Right.
tires.
Those tires on spaceships.
Yeah.
Just
I
give
don't
them a
know.
few kicks.
Yep.
See how they feel.
All right. All right. Yeah, I guess. I mean, you're the
So
one doing the
actually-
airlock, so I guess. See.
So you dock up, and as you go to try and open the hatch and purge it to make it work, you notice that while you've docked properly, the other the airlock door that's on their ship that you're now seeing is damaged. It's buckled in slightly, and you can't actually get at it to open up.
Sounds like the job for a crafty technician to fix.
All right. Just call them up and be like, yeah, you're gonna need to like come up and like get this door pried open first before you get back to fixing the ship.
I'm dealing with the engine right now. Sorry, Captain.
I. Well, I mean, unless if anyone else can do it, you may need to step aside.
There's the other technician, right? We have the
Yeah,
fifth.
Cham is down there.
Oh yeah,
Sam
sure.
is the,
All right.
What is he? The cargo handler.
Yeah, okay, Captain. I'll come up and I'll help. I'm not rolling for him though or anything.
Okay.
Is there
Just
another
Get
way
him to
we
everything.
could?
He automatically succeeds.
Jam, you ever flown one of these things before? Jam, how's your medical expertise? I got this.
He says that you need a cutting torch in order to cut through it.
All right.
You could go
do,
and
we
get
do
one.
we have a cutting torch?
But
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
have to go and get one.
All right, go ahead and grab one, Jam. We'll wait for you.
We'll just keep hanging around here in the fucking airlock and waiting for Jam to come back with a cutting torch. Fine. He
Is
does.
there another way to get into this place? Like if we were to pop out and go to another door that's not the docking door?
Spacewalk it.
Yeah, like we could just bypass this whole little ship surgery.
I'm gonna say yes, but where is the?
Where's the back door? They probably leave it unlocked, right?
There's a junction towards the back. So if we're docked to A1, there's a junction A2 at the back of the ship.
Yes, but that does not have an airlock attached with it.
Okay.
So as I mentioned to Nick before, the other entrances, the other airlocks are down at the bottom of the ship in the vehicle bay.
Right,
What if-
actually. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, what if we pop out and go down through the vehicle bay?
Captain, I could probably line us up. You know what? I forgot. There is another there is another place down at the bottom we could dock up, but yeah, John's right, or sorry, Wilson's right. That we could space. I could get you close. I could get you real close.
Is
I could
that
just kiss
Mr.
it.
Wilson to the corporate shill is on.
Well, I don't. Well, I don't want to
You don't
admit
have to do
Wilson's
that
right, but I guess. All right. Well, I mean, if we got another port, I say let's head on to that one and see if we can get in.
Are you gonna is Nick gonna try and dock to it, or do you guys just want to spacewalk into it?
I'm happy to dock.
I'm gonna tell you that you don't think you'll be able to because of the angle, the the locks on the bottom section are kind of up underneath the main engines of the thing.
Is she going to?
Did you just tell
So you
Leah
couldn't-
that she can't?
You couldn't
make
get
this,
you couldn't get the things perpendicular to each other. Anybody can see that very obviously.
I feel like we should probably just walk it. You know, we have enough suits for.
Let
all
me
of us,
see how
right?
close I can get you. Let me see how close I can get you.
Yeah, just park real close.
He gets you pretty close.
I feel like it's probably best to stay docked, though, wouldn't it be, so that we don't drift apart?
I mean, it would help.
Well, no, I mean because so even at that point, like
Or am I
Nick basically
being
is
oblivious?
the ship's like locked in
Oh.
speed, so they're moving at the same pace. So for all intents and purposes, to kind of you guys, from a perspective setup, they don't seem like they're moving. They're basically just like being carried by momentum.
You ever, like when you're a teenager, you go driving with your friends, and then you get out of one, you go driving side by side, and you get out of one car and into the other one. And
Yep.
That's what we're doing here. All good.
I can't say I've ever done that. Or
Yeah, you take one
thought
of those,
that anyone ever did.
you take one of those like tubes that kids like to move through, and you put it between the cars, and then you just go through the tube. It's like not a big deal.
I-
Just so Zoe doesn't hate me, this is Leah talking, not Nick.
I can't
Oh, okay.
tell if you guys are messing with me or if people actually did stuff like this.
Dude, I'm country. I'm not that country. We did not do that.
All right. All right. Well, I guess we get close enough. Well, yeah, I guess get ship close enough. I'll just hop out and try to go through that. We'll do the spacewalk. Well,
Yeah. Should we all be going to check it out, or
maybe not all of us. At least a
We're not-
couple of us. I should.
If we're not staying docked, I probably should stay on the ship that has some power.
That's true.
But maybe you
Alright,
could get the ships hooked up a different way when you go across, and then I could come across after.
So there is a way. There is you could effectively run an extension cord from one ship to the other to help transfer power or anything else that you might be worried about.
should we get the technician to hook that up for us?
All right,
She's
we'll
probably
get
not
Cam
that
on it.
much going on, eh? She's probably not busy.
No, probably not. We could get them to do whatever.
Yeah. You would call the technician up.
All right. Yeah, I'll try to get. We need a technician to hook up power here.
No one's even referring
Sure, one of
to
you
it
guys
by
are-
name.
Fix the engine.
We need the
Rye,
technician.
Open the door. Rye, hook up the tether.
I love
used
that.
to wonder any of you can do anything yourselves.
I love that there's one technician on this ship, but we still basically treat you like a call center.
Literally,
I mean,
the only
I'm-
technician
I'm
were like,
low
"Hey,
support."
we need a technician."
Can you
I mean,
send
I'm
somebody
going-
up here?
I'm kind of leaning into just again like a brash captain that's just like, I just need to get a job done. Somebody get this stuff.
This guy just doesn't
One
know
of you
Rye's name.
technicians,
That's why.
get up here.
Yeah. One of you one technicians.
Captain thinks that there's like a team of 20.
He has no clue.
Why do you
He's
keep
never
sending me
looked
the
at the.
Why?
He's never looked at the
you
sheet
just
that
put the
tells him
shit
how
up
many of
every
us are
time?
here.
I keep acting like I have a bigger crew than I actually do. It's like, oh yeah, no, I run the finest shit with like the finest of crew of like hundreds. Well, 50s. Well,
Yeah.
10.
I'm here from corporate doing my evaluation. This guy's told me he's got 300 staff on this ship. I don't know. I've never seen more than 4.
I go full Captain Kirk.
I will leave the engine repairs and I will go and hook up a tether for these poor, helpless souls.
Okay.
Thank you.
You are going to need to do a heavy machinery roll for me, please, Mike.
Uh-oh, that's more Chem's specialty than mine. And what is
Well,
that?
maybe you should have sent the other
Right.
technician then.
That's strength.
Strength?
Yeah.
That is there. I got a 6. Yeah, 1 6.
Okay. Yeah. You head up. Actually, I'm gonna say you don't open it up from the top. It's kind of extends out from below in like kind of the cargo bay area, and just kind of comes out, and it kind of floating in between the two ships because after you extend it out of the ship, it needs to be taken by somebody to actually like
manually
hook it up. Yeah.
attached. I assume. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'll get suited up and do that.
Oh, you're gonna go for the spacewalk too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay, roll mobility.
Oh good. What is mobility? Okay, I don't
Agility.
have mobility, so I'm gonna guess I just roll my agility dice. No 6s for me.
Uh-oh.
Push! Push!
Oh,
Yes. So that is an interesting thing you can do in the Alien RPG. You can push, but you take a stress.
You want to get
And you only get
stressed
one
out,
more
my
chance.
dude?
What was that? Do I just re-roll all my dice?
Plus an extra one for a stress dice now.
mm.
I thought I got a stress die. No, I'm not gonna push. I feel okay.
Okay. How do you fail at this spacewalk then, Mike?
I assume I just miss the ship and float off until my tether catches, because obviously I'm not going to go for a spacewalk without a tether.
Perfect.
And I'll just kind of climb my way back into our ship, the Montero.
Is
I'll
this a
just ask
2-man
it.
job or something?
And then I'll say, all right, Captain, I've got the tether out there. You just need to hook it up, or the what do we call it?
The umbilical.
The umbilical. That's it. Yeah, the umbilical out there. You just got to hook it up to the Karen, not Karen.
Cronus?
Cronus.
Yeah, go
We
hook
would
the
like to be
tether
our
up to
manager.
Aaron or whatever. I don't know.
Whichever Greek character it is.
I don't know. Plug your own damn ship in.
Right.
This chip, guys.
You are indeed welcome to do it yourself.
Just gonna jot this incident down here.
Oh, Cody, while everybody else is occupied and I'm alone on the bridge, I would like to recharge my my little vice there.
Okay.
Recharge the old batteries.
You taking a little power nap?
Taking some cocaine.
No rest for the wicked up here.
Oh, ready to go. Just a little bump.
Just the sleep that we have.
The ship just starts floating away.
That's the real reason why Rye couldn't make it happen.
He's having a hard time holding the ship steady.
Damn it, Davis. I
As
swear
they're
this
doing
ship is
cocaine
moving
off
on
the
its own.
control panel.
Rye's like always telling Davis to use the autopilot, and Davis is like, "No, there's a reason I'm here."
I'm the pilot.
And Rye's sitting there
Uh.
thinking, yeah, how great it would be to be the pilot on a ship with an autopilot.
What's the point of having a pilot if the ship just flies itself?
Bet I could do
Okay.
that job.
All right. Right. So I guess I'm trying to think who's going on the ship then. I guess I should lead it, me, and then we got Rye working on the ship. Davis still piloting our ship.
Well, there's none. He
I
doesn't
guess,
need to pilot anything more, but sure, he can stay on the ship if he
I
wants.
could actually.
right.
You know what? No, this would suit Davis. She would probably volunteer. Like, oh, let me make the jump there. I can just put this on cruise for a minute and jump across. Sounds like fun.
As
See,
Rye's
this
just
is
like,
why I
yes,
could count on
finally.
you, Davis.
About 5 minutes after I just crashed your ship.
I mean, nobody's perfect. We're trying our best.
Mm.
Again, I'm out of game. I'm just going with my buddy system here. So
I love how supportive you are of him, and then Rye is just like, I really expected better from you. You know, this guy crashed your ship, and you're like,
What do I pay you for?
fine. It's fine.
If you want your 1% of this job, you'll go across the fucking ships.
Everything's working fine, and then when it does break, you can't fix it. I don't know what you're here for.
I just find it funny. I'm playing against like what I usually am as a person of like I'm just gonna be an asshole captain about this sometimes.
Great.
Uh,
Okay. Who's going
right,
across? You gotta
I'm
roll
going.
mobility for me.
I'm going. Okay, mobility.
mobility.
3 6s.
Oh, I do have mobility. There it is there.
Oops.
It's okay. You just didn't
Okay,
want to.
I just I only got the one in mobility, so I guess I'm gonna join in on the spacewalk.
Don't forget, add your agility too. Like
Yeah.
Oh, right.
you
I've got-
should get,
agility for that.
you should get a 4. Like you're rolling 4.
Okay.
I got 3 6s on mine.
Well, I guess on 5. A 1-5 is not gonna do it.
Nope. You need 6s.
Hmm.
You gonna
God
push?
damn it.
Can I? What do my extra 6s give me? Can I?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get there. It's a very big document. It's
Hmm.
very slow.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. You said we get one stress if we're pushing, right? So.
Yep.
Uh.
It gives you an extra dice though.
Hmm.
That's the best part about the stress system. You get more dice, which means you have more chances for success. But
And failure.
You know what? I'll do one. I'll do one stress.
Done.
I'll go for the push.
okay, roll 5 dice, please,
Okay.
and up your stress level.
Wait,
Make sure
before
know
you
which
do
one's
that,
your stress die.
sorry. Can I?
On the Montero, right? Okay.
Assume so, yeah. He's got really no business other than to monitor them, and I assume we're gonna have comms over. Or
Yes.
like on while we're
Yeah.
Just-
The umbilical like keeps the comm line running.
Yeah.
Through both ships.
Just responding back to like, no, we totally nailed the landing on the spacewalk. We're fine. We're all good.
Cody, do you need me to roll heavy machinery as well to make the hookup, or was that
Yes.
already okay?
Yes, I will say it's to hook it up. Plus, also the door. You're finding you have to kind of like force it open to get in.
Okay. I did not succeed, so I am gonna push on that one.
Okay.
Oh no. Well, I succeeded on the second one, but I rolled a 1 on the stress, Cody.
Ooh.
Oh no. Why did you do that after I'd already moved the document out of the stress section of the rulebook? Nick, don't do this to me.
Leah's panicking.
Panic.
Cody is too a bit, I think.
Very much so. Do you feel that? You should, because
Okay, so I roll for panic immediately.
yeah, you roll a d6.
Just one?
Yep.
Okay. 4.
And I think you add your current stress level, which is 1.
Okay, for a total of 5.
I believe, yeah. So you keep it together. You're okay.
Ooh.
Barely.
Ah.
Okay, but I still get the success on that second roll?
You do.
Okay.
You do. Plus, do. You can't push that one. I can't remember if you take another stress.
On a 1 to 6, I've managed to keep my nerves in check. If I go above to a 7,
Yeah, your stress level increases. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. You took the stress from pushing the roll.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay.
Yep, you make the hookup. You get the door open. You get yourself and Captain Miller into the bay. None of the lights come on inside the ship.
and we were expecting the umbilical to do that?
I'm gonna say so no. What it will do is it supplies power, but you would still need to like turn on the ship, right?
Okay.
It's like a battery in a car. Just because you hook it up to another power source doesn't mean the car is going to automatically start, right? Or have access to everything that it's needed. You're just
But the lights will work.
if it was a car, but this isn't a car.
Mhm.
You still need to trigger turning the lights on.
Yes.
Like you need to open a door or turn the key or whatever. So that's what we need to do. I would know that, right?
Of course. That also means there's no oxygen currently.
Okay. Captain, keep the spacesuit
Okay.
on.
All right. Well, let's go.
Okay.
Let's at this thing here on then.
So now we enter what is known as stealth mode. So you guys find yourself in the cargo bay. The way that stealth mode works basically is you can move through up to 2 areas, quote unquote, in a round. And everybody would kind of get the ability to go as you kind of move through it. So yeah, find yourself in the vehicle bay. As you kind of look inside, you see it's pretty empty. You do see 2 ATVs in there, but they're lying on their sides. So Davis would realize it's because they weren't secured before takeoff. You look up, so the vehicle bay, you're entering in from the bottom, and there's a massive kind of walkway, catwalk system above. That's where there's like a giant loading crane, which you can see from deck C above. But everything obviously is like wreathed in shadow because none of the lights are very dusty.
Captain, I think we should call support on this one. I'm familiar with the class of ship, but it's pretty old. I don't think I'll be able to get this running by myself. But once we do, Oh boy. Did you see the engines on this thing?
And those are some pretty nice engines. Yeah, you know what? I'll trust your word on it. If we need support, we'll get support for it. I yeah. Again, like I said, I'm not an asshole, but it's like it's gonna be fun. Just
Is this over like comms that all of us can hear?
Yeah.
What
Well,
what
I mean,
kind of support are we
so
looking
long-
for?
so long as Miller and Davis are well, they're in spacesuits, so all of it has to be
Yeah.
through comms. So you guys could be listening to it if you want.
Like a oh yeah, I guess it does say yeah. Sorry, go on.
Oh, okay.
What level of support are you requesting?
Well, yeah, I guess we may. Was it? I guess we may need. I'm assuming, Davis, you mean some sort of like technician of sorts. We might need help for.
Yes. Yes, Captain.
Okay. Right, we're gonna need you to, come down to the Chronos here.
Not coming through.
I'm just gonna mark this stat.
Gee, that's funny. I think your pay's starting to break up over here.
How's the engine look that I've been working on and off while being called to do everything else?
It hasn't quite been a shift yet. The thing is pretty badly damaged. Your pilot did a right job of fucking that thing up, shall we say?
Oh, this is definitely from the collision, is it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you're a sixth of the way through a very long job.
But it does look repairable.
Yeah, I mean everything's repairable. Otherwise, you're gonna freeze to death in space.
We do have this huge other ship here that doesn't appear to be damaged.
I mean, you did scrape
Other
it,
than the
so
Scratch the
impact.
paint. Scratch the paint.
it's damaged. You just don't know
It's
where yet.
I will. What needs doing over there, Captain?
Right. Well, we're gonna need to get this ship up and going. So,
Okay,
you're
what
the expert in.
specifically do you need me to do then?
What needs to be fixed? It needs to be fixed.
it's broken.
I
Are
need you to
guys-
fix the ship. What on
are
the
you
ship?
guys-
The ship.
Are you guys like walking around to the cargo bay looking at stuff?
I'm assuming we're kind of looking around while we're communicating here.
All right. One of you notices a body on the other end of the cargo bay. The body appears to be slumped over. That's what I'm going to tell you at first, unless you go investigate.
Do I get any sort of visual on what they're seeing, or can I only hear them?
Currently, you can only hear them. You can request to see it. Like
Okay.
through Mother, you could see their video feed.
Okay, so I would request it through Mother or not. I don't
Yeah.
need their permission.
No.
I submit a request
Okay.
to Mother.
Okay, whose do you want to see?
I'm gonna see. I would like to see Davis.
Okay, I'm going to say Miller finds the body first. Davis is intently looking at like the ATVs and
Yeah.
fucking.
Wonder if you can
Uh,
jump from the
okay.
vehicle bay back to the ship on one of those.
This is picturing the most epic like ATV run just from one ship to the next.
Oh yeah, sweet jumps. Just
Davis
like we
doesn't
used to
care
do
about
back
the
in country.
lights. She just wants to get the vehicle bay going.
All right. I'm gonna try to. I feel like there's a risk of danger here, but I'm gonna tell Davis to figure out the situation with Brian in terms of what we need to get up and going while I take a closer look at the the slump body over here.
Do you tell me about the
I might
slump
regret
body?
it. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say I noticed something over there. I want to make sure it's like clear, just to get a better idea of what it is. So I'm like, just try to figure out the situation with Ryan in terms of what we need to get fixed on the ship. I think I noticed something, but I want to make sure I know what I'm seeing over there.
Okay, Captain. You let me know if you want me to take a look there, and then I'll patch into. Well, I guess I'm patched into Ryan. I'll say, hey, let's get this thing going. You want to come over? You want to see what I'm seeing, and I can pull the levers for you. It can't be that difficult, right?
What? Depending on what needs to be fixed, I need certain tools. So you need to tell me what needs to be fixed so I can bring those tools.
Well,
Stuff.
I'd like to start by getting this vehicle bay going. So where do you want me to check?
So you would notice as you're kind of throwing your flashlight around towards the kind of south end of the vehicle bay, you do see that there are 3 doors.
Is one obviously like a service or mechanical door, or are they all the same?
Kind of, yeah. One's like a much bigger, like kind of garage type door. The other 2 are like regular kind of human doors.
Okay, I'll make my way over to the garage door while Miller investigates the body.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to cautiously. I'm gonna cautiously approach the body.
Great. Chris, take a
try to
stress
examine it.
level.
Right.
Because you come across the slumped over, headless body of what appears to be a man in a spacesuit. Behind him on the wall is a splatter of blood and brain matter. And there's a shotgun lying next to him. As you kind of approach, though, he looks a little weird. His arms look longer than normal people. And it actually has made his like compression suit like tear at the forearms.
Okay, that's a little more gruesome.
No head
than I was
and
hoping to
long
find.
arm.
Yep.
Is this Alien or Dead Space? I don't know if anyone's played Dead Space. All of them have the super long arms and
of
you can
course.
shoot the head off, and they don't know to
Yeah.
Never mind.
I get you.
Okay. Well,
It's an old game.
I'm
It's fine.
okay. I think I'm going to be a responsible captain here. Head back to Davis and at least explain the situation of. Yeah, so I found what was a person, I think. And my guess is there was either an accident or, well, maybe they just didn't want to stick around any further. Not, also slightly long arms for some reason.
Sounds gnarly. And then Davis goes to take a look.
Take a stress. You see the same thing. Also, Zoe, if you're watching through Davis's
Yeah,
cam, you get a stress.
Thanks,
Everyone
Davis.
gets this stress.
Appreciate you, girl.
At that point, you hear a hum start up, and suddenly the lights come on. You also start to feel the temperature increase and hear the sound of air being pumped into the cargo bay.
Good job, Rye.
Hey, Rye, whatever you did worked. It's
Oh, yay.
we're online here.
Doesn't matter wrong.
No problem.
Thank you.
Happy to help.
Oh,
Captain, keep the suit on. I'm gonna see if I can get this this bay working.
good idea.
And I guess I'd like to look for the controls.
You now hear a voice coming online saying, "Warning, cryo chambers deactivated."
Oh.
Cryo chambers.
Do I hear this morning too?
Yep. If you're listening through
Um,
it's clearly the mother of
yeah.
the other ship. Saying
If the cryo's deactivated, we should really make sure those people are safe that are in the chambers, that are getting let out.
True. All right, we're gonna we'll check on see if those people are okay at least.
We might have to bring them aboard our ship. Probably check it out.
All right. Yeah, hopefully gonna want to go check on the cryo chambers and on their ship there. See which level that is again.
it's up on level 1.
Level. Okay. All right.
So you
Davis,
could
you still need to check. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Is Davis still checking on the cargo bay here, or like?
No, I mean maybe reluctantly, but she'll when that comes on and you talk about checking on people, she'll kind of okay. The ATVs will still be here.
So
Alright.
yes, you can you could basically take the elevator all the way up to deck A, which is where the cryo chambers are located.
All right, and I guess I'll head up and see if there's anyone still in those cryo chambers.
It takes you a little while to get up there. The elevators are fairly slow. When the door opens at the end of the hallway, you do see a number of people kind of milling about in the hallway here. Just kind of, disoriented for the moment. So you guys enter in your spacesuits, and I would say one of them immediately kind of like puts their hand up because like the light is fairly bright, and it's just kind of like, "What is this, a raid?"
Well, it's supposed to be more of a rescue. We got a distress signal from your ship.
Well, I mean, I don't know why you would have got a distress signal from us. I mean, frankly, I don't really know where we are. You need can we get some water or something first?
Yeah, no, of course. I'm gonna try to search for where they have water and just kind of try to hand out as much as I can.
I mean, the living quarters are down on the second
Oh, no.
floor.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna. All right. I'm gonna ask Davis to quickly run down and grab some water for everyone. Or I guess we'll all go down to grab some
Not
water.
gonna ask Rye to do it.
They're also all kind of
Oh.
coughing.
Oh. All right. Well, I'm gonna. Okay. You know, I'm gonna. Yeah. All right. You know, I'll say it's like, all right, you guys wait here. Me and Davis here will grab some water for you. Just don't go anywhere. We'll kind of run down and make a quick water trip.
So you can't bring the water up really. It's like cups, water coming out of a sink.
Okay. Well, I will say, you know what? Never mind. Come with us to grab some water then.
That's fair. I mean, the bridge for the ship and everything is down on the second level anyway, so they would want to be kind of heading down there as well. One of them, slightly older looking man, is complaining of a migraine.
This is a larger crew, right?
It's actually the same size as yours. They're you see 5 people really
Okay.
kind of milling around.
Okay. Migraine. So let's see. See if maybe we could grab some sort of medication for them.
There is a medical bay.
True. Okay.
Oh, if you bring
Alright,
him to the
so-
med bay, can he get like stand up to see what's wrong?
Where's the
True.
med bay? Is it on level 2? Yeah, it's on level 2.
Okay, so we're in the. Okay, so I guess we'll just kind of walk over in that case and just bring them over to the med bay.
Problem is that a bunch of stuff seems to have fallen out of the cupboards, and maybe even part of the ceiling has kind of fallen in on the med bay. So doesn't look usable at the moment unless you can spend some time cleaning it out.
Well, they're gonna probably need some help then. Again, I kind of want to try to get this guy's problem taken care of as soon as possible.
The
I-
older man who was complaining of migraines is seeming to be babbling.
Family, what?
Nonsense. Noises.
Okay. Babbling nonsense. Sorry. Sorry.
Fretting.
Sorry?
I was joking because you sneezed that it was spreading.
Oh. That's right to me.
Quarantine him.
All right. Okay, we should see if maybe we could try to settle him down.
You try and settle him, and he falls to the floor and is convulsing now. One of the other
Okay.
people on the ship is just like, he was our chief scientist. Can you please, like, what do you can you do anything to try and help him?
Can we have a med bay on our ship?
You do.
Do you think we'll be able
He
to get
has
him on there in
something.
time?
He has something contagious. You're bringing him onto our ship.
Sorry, say that again.
If he has something contagious, you're bringing him onto our ship. Might not be great.
Maybe not, but should at least help this man somehow.
If you bring him on,
Uh,
you'll have to like quarantine him in the med bay, right?
Oh yeah, no, we'll have to quarantine him for sure.
As you look, blood begins to seep out of his nose and ears. His bloody eyes roll over white as he convulses and writhes against the floor. As you guys all kind of rush to try and hold him down, you actually notice that the rest of the crew from the Cronus is kind of staying back. So in the depths of his seizure, the scientist is just flailing about, just constantly. But then you suddenly hear a sickening pop and a bloody splash. His eyeball launches from his face and smacks into Miller, before bouncing across the floor and rolling under a cryotube. This time you pause, trying to process exactly what it is you are seeing. And a slender, gore-covered arm pushes its way out of the scientist's empty eye socket, reaches around and tugs at his distended mouth. As spindly white fingers yank his teeth back, the scientist does not scream. It's clear that he isn't in his own head anymore. Something else is, and it wants out. Flesh tears and tendons snap as the thing inside his splintering skull pulls his face open right at the jawline. Finally, a thick gurgling sound wells up inside the scientist as his head is ripped from his body, his neck gushing as whatever was inside him plops to the floor in a burst of blood. Suddenly someone is screaming, kill it now. The translucent white thing on the floor sloughs off its placenta, struggling to stand on all four wobbly fawn-like legs. Shaking brain matter from its spiky hide, the bloodburster turns its bulbous, headless, eyeless head towards you and crouches. And it immediately jumps to attack.
Oh shit. Okay. Any way I could try to dodge it? I'm assuming it's going towards me or towards us?
That is a good question. So we actually need cards if we're going to do initiative for this.
Oh, all right.
Actually, but I'm going to say no. Because immediately as it exits the skull, with a snarl, the bloodburster flees. It runs away and is suddenly gone.
Okay. All in a state of shock. I'm just gonna ask, what the hell was that?
That, my friend, is the end of Act 1.
Good, a good cliffhanger.
Ooh.
So, at this point, like I said, I'm going to review how each of you did against your agendas and award story points. So Zoe, since I sent yours last, I will go with you first. Yeah, you get a story point.
Yes.
We'll do Davis next. Yep, you get a story point.
Nice.
Miller. Story point.
Sweet.
And Rye. Yeah, you RP'd well enough, though. I'm going to give you a story point, too.
Does
If
does
you say
Lyran
so.
Why not?
doesn't
I love my players.
does Lyran get a story point?
Yeah, I gave Lyra one.
Everybody gets story points. Story points all around.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Gosh,
that was the end of Act 1. How do you guys feel about that?
I'm so glad I didn't go on that
That
shit.
escalated very quickly.
That
Mhm.
escalated so quickly.
I mean, I don't. Are we armed? That's really how. That's gonna change how I feel about this.
No, you're not. Nobody
It
told
doesn't
me they
sound
were
like
taking
you armed
guns.
yourself on the way.
Nobody's bringing guns.
I,
I even gave
Didn't
Chris
even grab
access
the
to a
shotgun
shotgun.
next to the dead
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
I, to be fair, I may not be the best captain.
Rye tried to ask what supplies and tools you needed so that she could go over with them, and you guys were just like, shit broken. I don't know. Bring not broke tools.
As a captain, I'm very ego driven. I had to like.
The ship is broken.
get my
Bring tools. What tools?
brain
The ship is broken. Bring tools.
The ship fixing tools.
What do you need to fix the ship? Stuff for fixing ships.
Did you try turning it off and on again?
What
That
kind
usually
of-
does it.
What kind of tools do you need? Tools.
You know.
The tool kind.
You don't have a
It's your
box
job to
what's
figure
labeled.
it
broken?
out.
The ship is broken. But like, what's on the ship is broken? The ship.
Do you mean emotionally or physically? Because like,
I feel like Rai got that call and she's just staring at the wall, like throwing a ball against it or something the whole time. Like, didn't tell me anything. I'm just gonna stay here.
yeah,
Please
no, I'm
clarify.
totally fixing the engine.
Problem is,
Yeah.
she's actually fixing the engine right now because that's important.
I
It is
envision
important.
Rai just sitting in a chair, feet
Like-
up, tossing a ball up into the air and catching it over and over. And they're like, "Yeah, I'm working on the engine. Oh yeah, I'll bring you tools. Don't worry, I'll be right there."
Well,
To be fair,
look,
that's
gang,
what you did at the beginning, the first request from Davis.
that was a little different. But I
was
hope
fun.
everybody enjoyed. Obviously, we're gonna continue because we have 2 more acts to get through. Just figured that was a natural place to kind of stop it. And because I wanted to have the Bloodburster show up, because why not?
It felt pretty unnatural in a way.
Are you saying
Oh.
I rushed the Bloodburster?
Oh no, I just meant the image of something crawling out of someone's eyeball and then peeling its face off.
The bloodburster itself is unnatural,
not
not the
the arm.
setup for the bloodburster.
The arm came out of the eye socket and then wrenched his jaw open. So essentially, the thing could go out of his mouth.
You need more access.
I can't wait to watch the stream back and find out what you told Chris privately earlier.
Oh yeah.
Secrets. You can see
Secrets.
how well he let you guys know the information. Yeah.
Are we
thanks
allowed
for-
to listen
Sure,
to
of
that
course.
before Act 2?
What? Of course you can. What am I gonna? No. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you made it all the way to the end, like I said, this was a little bit different. We have been the Corptocracy. You can find us at CCC RPGs on Twitter, Instagram, or Corporate Crash Course here on Twitch or on YouTube. Stick around for next time when we 2 and potentially Act 3 to see what the heck is up with this ship. Otherwise, have a good night. And we're gonna raid now, so don't go anywhere. Bye, guys.